Light in the Darkness, The Hidden Life of Albert Einstein. It was a cold night in the quiet German city of Ulm. Snow was falling softly. Inside a small room, a baby was born. But something looked strange. His head was too big, the doctor whispered. There may be something wrong with him. Still, his parents, Hermann and Pauline, held him close. They named him Albert. Albert grew up slowly. He didn't speak until he was almost 3 years old. His mother worried every night. Why doesn't he talk? She asked. But Albert was thinking deeply. Quiet outside, but full of questions inside. One day, when Albert was 8 years old, his father gave him a compass. Albert watched the needle move. It pointed north even when he moved the compass. Why? He wondered. What makes it move? I don't see anything. That one small question changed his life. From then on, Albert asked questions about light, space, and time, questions no one else asked. But school was hard. The teachers wanted silence and order. Albert liked to ask why. He didn't enjoy memorizing facts. One day a teacher said, "You will never be successful. You dream too much." Albert stayed silent. But inside, he knew he was different too. That was okay. Years passed. His family moved to Switzerland. Albert took an entrance test for a famous school. He passed the math part but failed in language and biology. He had to wait 1 more year. He didn't give up. He studied again and passed the second time. He got into ETH Zurich, a top school. But life was still hard. His professors didn't understand him. They didn't like his ideas. After graduation, he couldn't find a job. He worked as a clerk in a small office. Every day he read papers about other people's inventions. But at night he thought about light and time. In that small, quiet office, something amazing happened. In 1905, he wrote a paper that changed science forever. He called it the theory of special relativity. It said, time is not the same for everyone. Time can move faster or slower. At first, no one believed him. He was just a young man with a strange idea. But slowly, scientists saw that he was right. He became famous. But Einstein didn't stop. In 1915, he shared another idea, the theory of general relativity. It explained gravity in a new way. It said, gravity is not a force. It is the bending of space and time. People were confused. Some laughed. Some ignored him. Then, in 1919, a solar eclipse helped prove he was right. Light from stars bent when it passed near the sun, just as Einstein had said. Suddenly, the world looked at him with new eyes. Newspapers called him the genius of the century. But even with fame, his life wasn't easy. In the 1930s, the Nazis took power in Germany. Einstein was Jewish. He had to escape. The Nazis burned his books. They hated his ideas. Einstein moved to America. He lived in Princeton, in a small house. He wore the same old clothes. He didn't care about money or fashion. He just wanted to think. He warned the world about the danger of nuclear bombs. He spoke for peace. He asked people to be kind, to imagine, to learn. Until the end of his life, he kept asking questions. His hair turned white, but his eyes still sparkled. He once said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." Final words of hope. Albert Einstein, the boy who didn't talk. The student teachers gave up on the man who worked in a small office, changed the world. How? Not by being perfect. Not by being lucky. But by never giving up on his questions. He failed many times. People laughed at him, but he kept going. And maybe that's the most important thing we can learn. You don't need to be a genius. You just need to stay curious. And sometimes, one small question can become a light in the darkness.